Hello viewers, Wagaruna taking you through the story for O-level mathematics. And this video we are going to go through the expected response for Senior 1 Math End of Term 2 for the year 2024. So this video is suitable for students from Senior 1 up to Senior 4. So the text shows our progress, what we have uploaded so far. And what is not yet ticked shows what we are yet to upload. So just start with item 1. Item 1 says, a surveyor is mapping a piece of land and needs to determine the boundaries of a triangular plot. Okay. The coordinates of the three corners of the plot are this A, which is 7, 2, B, which is negative 5, 4, and C, which is negative 2, negative 7. Task Roman 1. Using these coordinates, plot the points on a graph and circumscribe a triangle through them. Okay, Roman 2. What is the length of each side of the triangle and the coordinates of the circumcenter, in brackets the center of the circumscribed circle? Then Roman 3, calculate the area of the circumcircle. So this involved two to three topics, but mainly two based on the curriculum. One is the topic of rectangular Cartesian coordinates and also the topic of geometric construction skills. So here we shall need a graph paper. This question has to be done on a graph paper. Then we shall draw the axes. Our coordinates had negative and positive coordinates, so we shall need to draw axes so that we can cater for both negative and positive values. The axes should be labeled. Do you see this labeling? It needs to be there, and the arrows must be seen. At the bottom you may not put the arrow, but at the top here you have 2, and also here you have 2. Then shall now look for the scale. For the horizontal axis, let's use a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit. Of course, the scale for the positive is the same scale for the negative. Then also vertical axis. We shall need a scale for the vertical axis. So for the vertical, we shall still maintain the scale 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit. So the scale used for the vertical axis is the same scale which should be used for the scale used for the positive values is the same scale which should be used for the negative values. Then from there you can now start plotting. Point A was 7, 2, point B was negative 5, 4, and point C was negative 2, negative 7. So I'm going to begin with 7, 2. 7, 2 means you move 7 steps horizontal and 2 steps up vertical. Then negative 5, 4, you move to the left up 5 and also upward 4. Then negative 7, so negative 2, negative 7, you move negative 2 points horizontal and negative 7 down. So those are the 3 points. Then you have to join them using a ruler to obtain the rectangular plot. So joining A to B gives that, B to C gives that, and C to A gives that. So basically that is the rectangular plot of land. But they told us to circumscribe. For you to circumscribe a triangle, you need to draw a circle which passes through all the 3 vertices, A, B, and C. So how do we do that? The procedure is you need to bisect any two. Okay, draw two perpendicular bisectors of any of the two sides. So considering side AB, I'll put my compass needle at point A and measure off any radius to draw that arc. But after drawing that arc, I'm going to maintain the radius I've used. So maintain the radius used and put the compass needle at B, then draw that arc. Then still maintain the radius you have used and put the compass needle at C and draw that arc. Now from there, next is to join. We are going to join using a ruler, join this point to this point. So let's do that. When we join, we can come up with that. Then also, we need to join this with this and draw a line through them. Now from there, you will realize that these two bisectors intersect at this point. That point of intersection is now the center of the triangle. So the center of the circle you're going to draw. So what you're going to do, put the compass needle here and measure radius from that point O up to point C. And use that radius to draw the circle. So that will be the circle they wanted you to draw. The next was to measure the length of each side and also the area of the circle. So length AB is this 11.8 units. So you can either say units or use centimeters. This is to cater for the errors. That means that if you get 11.7, it is okay. If you get 11.9, it is still okay. Then BC is 11 units. This is cater for the error. So if you get 10.9 is okay and 11.1 is okay. Then SC is 12.3, meaning that if you get 12.2, it's okay. And also if you get 12.4, it is okay. Then the center, they also ask for the center. The center here, I think you'll see that it has two small squares. Each small square represents 0.2 units. Therefore, if there are two small squares, it will be 2 times 0.2 to give you 0.4. That's why you see here 0.4 and negative 0.4. Then next was to get the area of the circle. To get the area, we shall need this radius. We get a rule and measure radius from O up C. So that radius will be 6.8. Then I can now use that, code the formula for area, and substitute. So here they didn't give us the value for pi, meaning n is okay. One can choose to use 22/7, okay. Another can choose to use 3.14, it is okay. Another one can also choose to use the pi, which is found on the calculator. All answers will be okay. So we needed, so the scores, 2 scores for the axes. If I see this and this, but not only labeling the axes. Some students are funny. Do you know what they do? They put negative values this side and positive values this side. If I see that, then this mark has gone away. Same applies the vertical. If you put negative values up and positive values down, that mark for the y-axis will have gone. So those are 2 scores for the axis. The next will be plotting. So you need to plot. Some students are also fine. You know what they do? This first one, they call it y coordinate, and this one x coordinate. It is not okay. So the coordinates are x, y. The first figure is for the horizontal axis, and the second figure is for the vertical axis. So if I see 7, 2, and I count 7 steps here and 2 steps and I put it here, It is not okay. It is not okay. So that carried 3 marks. The next was joining ABC to get a triangle. That is only one score. Then any two perpendicular bisectors, circumcircle, and then the measurements. So that's what they wanted in item 1. Then when we come to item 2 says there is rampant unemployment in Uganda. Okay, the government is putting in place measures to combat this challenge. To tackle this challenge, the government needs to know how the population is growing. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics, which is UBOS or WUBOS, conducts the population of Uganda in a period of approximately 10 years. In 2002, the population of Uganda was 24.2 million. Okay, the census that was conducted in 2014 revealed that Uganda had a population of 34.6 million. And the recently conducted population census of 2024, Uganda's population is now estimated to be 45.9. Now, task A. Help the government and state in words the Uganda's population increment from 2002 up to 2014. So not the years, 2002 to 2014. So your work was to come and look at 2002, what was the population? 2002, the population was this. Then 2014, the population was this. So the increment will be got by subtraction. So I'm supposed to come and say that the increment will be this minus this, which is 10.4 million people. So you can either choose to write it like this or you write it like that. Everything is okay. But when it comes to writing in words, some of you have fun. Do you know what you do? You write 10.4 million people. That is not okay. What we want in words is this. So we want to say writing 10,400,000 people from this to this was the increment. Then that was part A. Part B says, part B, state the percentage increment of the population from 2014 to 2024. So they said 2014 to 2024. We need to go back and see the values in 2014. Or for 2014, we already know it is this. Then 2024, it is that. So percentage increment is increase over original times 100. Therefore, the first thing to do was to get the increment. This minus this to give you 11.3 million people. Then the percentage increment will be increment over original. Original is the initial, what was originally there before the increase. So this is increase over original times 100 to give you 32.659%. So that was task B. Then task C, so those were the scores for item 1 and item task A and task B. Then task C, it says divide the 2024 population by 2002 population, leaving your answer as a fraction. So we are testing what, do you know what a numerator will be and what the denominator will be? So fraction will be population in 2024 over population in 2002. So you get this population over that to give you this fraction or this mixed fraction. Alternatively, even if you use the points, it will still okay, because what we know, a fraction should not stop here. You need to remove all the decimals. So this is okay, and this is also okay. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and be reminded that this video will be on Senior 2 Mod 2 for the year 2024. So if you have not yet subscribed, please click on the subscribe button below this video such that you can receive updates when the next video has been uploaded. Also, if you know of any student who is not yet on this platform, please share the link of this video with them via social media platforms like Facebook and WhatsApp, so you can all benefit as a family.